I don't know. Did you?
I did. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, fantabulous. Yes, I see I see you've got that. All right, and we are live on Facebook. So, hello everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday, March 18th, the day after St. Patrick's Day, and the day for the AMAs. Ask Me Anything with Robert Hollis. And we're so happy that you could take time out of your busy schedule to join us. Hope you have a question. If you do, we're going to ask you to share those questions with us, whether it's live and in person, like we have a couple of people ready to go, like John Teer and Bill Shoemaker, or if you want to go ahead and post your question, we will go ahead and ask it on your behalf. Just a lot to do today. This has been a crazy week, a busy week, a great week. Robert, you shared some amazing videos this week. Wow. And I loved what you shared earlier today and this week. I'm going to relay those in just a moment, but I want to make sure everybody is aware to go ahead and start submitting questions or raising your hand. I see 3 hands raised in Zoom. So if you want to join us on Facebook in Zoom, go to roberthollis.com/AMA and follow the directions, and you will join us here in Zoom so that you can ask a question of Robert personally. Now, if you do want to do that, if you're here in Zoom, it's very simple to just raise your hand. If you put your cursor at the screen where you see all of these videos, on the bottom of the screen, there's a button that says reactions. Click on that button, and then what'll happen is you'll see another button there that says raise hand. Click on that button, it'll raise your hand so that we can see that you would like to talk to Robert personally. Now, for those of you that are a little shy, want us to ask the question on your behalf, then you can do it both either in Zoom or on Facebook. Type question or Q in the chat, and then follow that with your question, and we will ask that question on your behalf. That's how simple it is. And it's time to get started. Enough of my chattering, except for the fact that I did say I wanted to share those 2 amazing quotes that, Robert, you shared today, and I believe it was yesterday, for people to think about as we get started with our Ask Me Anything. Yesterday was starve your distractions, feed your focus. You always promote that. The fact that you just feed that thing that you want to focus on. It is awesome. Bless you. Thank you for that. And then also today, don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. And you always, always, always share with us how planting the seeds, like Jim Rohn shares with us, is so important, and connecting with people. Finally, before we get on with this, just also want to thank Matthew for sharing in the Zoom that Robert has a free book that you can get available. Here is no, that's the other one. This one right here. How is that working? You can go to roberthollis.com/free, and you'll get a copy of this book as well as other things that Robert has to share with everybody. You know what? Just so much that you help us with, Robert, that you guide us with. There's a reason why I like what Melody says is you are our GPS to success as well as our friend Teer. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get started. Okay. I always like to give Robert the opening topic, or the opening of this whole thing. So ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Robert Hollis.
Craig, thank you very much. I love and appreciate you so much. And thank you. When everyone's new on here and they hear Craig do that, first, Craig is a very, very dear friend of mine. And we've known each other, seems like forever. And so I just pray that each and every one of you have someone introduce you like that someday. You know what I mean? I just think it would be pretty awesome, you know? So thank you, Craig. Thank you so much. And thank you to my son for always putting up all the technical stuff behind the scenes. And hello, everyone. I went to normal gallery view so I can see all you guys. Hello. and hope you're doing awesome and blessed. And so I'm going to start out today before we go into the Q&A. You guys are going to see a lot more seriousness in my videos moving forward. And so, you know, I just want each and every one of you to know that I felt like I've done pretty good in the last 5 years with my daily choice, you know, not only achieving super, but, you know, earning, you know, over 4.3 million in earnings. For some of you that didn't see that one video I did, can you imagine if you took 365 days times it times times it took 5 years times 365? That's 1,825 days. And so what I did is I took that 1,825 divided by the earnings that I've earned, and that would be $24,000. I mean, $2,400. I'm talking about my new number, $24,000 a day. But imagine making $2,400 a day on average every single day. All right. So now that I got that in your head, here's what I need each and every one of you to try to visualize, to try to dream about, to try to think about. Because if this does not come as a possibility in your head, you got to change that. All right. So how many of you would like to sponsor me? All right. So just imagine Josh Swagel decides that everyone inside of MDC can pick whoever they want as their new sponsor. And he said, so reach out to the people that you would like them to enroll and be sponsored by you. So if Josh did that, how many of you would immediately send me a message? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Don't get mad at me. I don't believe you. And here's why. I think you think, why would he want to sign under me? Who am I? What do I have to offer? Why there should be no reason that he should sign under me. Are you guys listening to me? So if you already feel like you're not enough, that you don't have anything to offer, that you wouldn't have that much courage, that you wouldn't have that much posture, that some of you might send me the message, but I guarantee you it wouldn't be immediate. You'd want to contemplate, to consider, to think about, you know, go home, talk to your, you know, your spouse and your dog, and, you know, maybe talk to a few other people. Do you think I should reach out to Robert and ask him if I can be a sponsor? So I'm saying this for you guys to get this next point. And I hope you really get this. All right. It's the mindset that comes first. We all hear about, you know, why shouldn't someone just look at themselves as, wait a minute, I'm just a messenger for the company. So when I'm bringing someone into this business, we have the genius of Josh Swagel. We have the 150 years of a business model that is working. That the training's here, the compensation's here. See, if you realized, and I know this will sound weird, you know, I don't know why it popped in my head, but if you were a car salesperson, are you selling you? Or are you saying, hey, you know, General Motors is a great, great company. Under the General Motors brand, there's a brand called a Cadillac. And Cadillac is 100+ years old, and they make one of the best-selling vehicles called an Escalade. Are you guys hearing me? It's like, wouldn't you be selling on all the values and the benefits of what an Escalade could do for a person? You're a messenger. So people won't talk about the Cadillac Escalade because they have problems with who they are. So if you look what MDC is, if you look what MDC has done, if you look where everything that MDC is as a company and the genius, why aren't you guys promoting that as a business? No, people would rather sell themselves and their story about a product. So now you're a car salesperson for Escalade, Cadillac Escalade, and someone walks on the showroom, you know, the parking lot, right? Or in the showroom. You walk up to them and say, you know, hi, my name's Renee. I'm here to help you. And I just need you to know that I drive a Toyota Corolla. And I love my Corolla. And I think Toyota is the best vehicle in the world. But I understand that you're on a Cadillac dealership. Here's something else you wouldn't do. I'd say to Vernay, hey, listen, my wife every couple of years gets a brand new Escalade, Platinum, Sport, everything. And Vernay says, well, to be honest with you, I've never owned one. So since I've never owned one, I can't really sell you that. Does that make any sense to any of you guys? So if you're a car salesman or an insurance salesman or a real estate person, think about that as a real estate. I go to Vernay and she says, I'm a real estate agent. I go, awesome. We're looking for a home. Well, I've never lived in this home, so I really don't know how good it is. Why am I saying this? I'll leave you guys with this. Okay. In my book, How Is That Working? I tell you about a guy that I probably have spoken his name probably tens of thousands of times. It was this brave soul called Sean Hennigan. Do you guys realize that Sean Hennigan was not a friend of mine? He was dating my cousin. I met him twice at a barbecue, 2 different barbecues that my uncle was doing in Simi Valley. So my cousin, Veronica, invited Sean over, and that's when I met him. Now let's really make this really funny. I said to Sean, what do you do? And he says, I'm a comedian, traffic ticket teacher. So I teach traffic school. People can choose, instead of getting points on their license, they can pick in California to go to traffic school. And Sean was a comedian traffic school teacher. And for those of you that know personalities, this guy could not have been more yellow. The last time I talked to him was a few years ago. And you know those 800 numbers that you used to call into and talk to a psychic? That's what Sean did the last time I talked to him. So you either got on a toll-free number to talk to a psychic, or you could go down and he would read your cards. You know, read your cards for you. So I'm not trying to be judgmental in any way, shape, or form. But when I explained Sean, how many of you go, there's no way that guy should have been able to recruit Robert Hollis? But Sean, more than anybody I've ever met in this industry, reached out to me because he was just being a messenger. Did you guys catch that? And if you've ever met a person that's a great messenger, Man, they will not answer any of your questions. You know why? They don't know them. They don't know the answers. Ring, ring, ring. Hello. Hey, Bobby, this is Sean. Hey, what's up? Got a minute? Sure. What's going on? Well, how you doing? Great. I'm doing awesome. One of the biggest lies I've ever told. Been on workman's comp for 9 months. Had to go through 2 surgeries on my knee. I was so down and depressed that my wife that used to be my girlfriend, I told her, listen, you deserve someone better than me. I got you a one-way air flight ticket from California back to Montana. I was a single father of my son, Robert Jr. His mom abandoned us. I called her up. Listen, can your son stay with you a little while till I get back on my feet? Lost everything. Got my toolbox. Took it to a pawn place and pawned it. Lost everything, and I had one used car that I owned outright, a Toyota Celica. Got a pawn loan on that. Then I got my electricity shut off. Then I got a quick note, 10-day or pay quit notice on my door of my apartment. I don't have any family. And I'm 3 months behind on the loans for that car. So I had the repo man following me around trying to take my Celica. So why did I tell you all that? Because there was actually times in my life, you guys, during that time where I was thinking there's really no reason for me to be on this planet. Got Terry with her parents, got my son with his mom, all by myself in a dark apartment. This should be a good time just to end. No one will really give a rip if I'm gone. And so during that desperate time is when I tell the story of getting down on the one knee I had left and screaming out for help. Whatever's out there, God, whoever's out there, you got my attention. I'll do anything that you tell me to do. Please help me. And a few days later, I get a call from Sean. So why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because how many people think that we're in really some weird times in the economic world? Yes or yes? Banks are closing and banks are bailing other banks out. With whose money? That's bizarre to me. So here's Marketing 101. You guys ready? Marketing 101 is taking a product or a service or an innovation that someone created and getting it to the people that will pay for it. So between those two places, you got to get really good at sharing with them the benefits and the values so they can see that it's worth more than the money. They can see that it's worth more than the credit on their credit cards. How many people are following me? Anybody else that tries to add more to marketing is messing it up. So I'm going to start doing videos this week where you guys are going to be blown away. There's some of them already online, but my mentor drew a bunch of squares on a board. And he goes, listen, here's the manufacturer, here's the regional distributor, international distributor, regional distributor, and he drew all these boxes, and he says, you take out the middleman, you go right to the manufacturers or the people that create the services, and you take them right to the consumer and put the middleman profit in your pocket. So if you guys go on my YouTube channel, you could probably put in, or even go to YouTube and put in Marketing 101 Robert Hollis, and you'll find me doing this video that I've been doing for 36 years. Craig, remember I even did the generic presentation. Maybe Matt can find it too. But I did a generic 7-step presentation that you guys can find on my YouTube channel for people to follow, right? So now with this said, in marketing, the very first thing you guys got to do, listen closely. Some of you guys are going to miss this, and I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you because you've been missing it your entire freaking life. And I can tell based on your posts. So in targeting, you got to come together. Me and Matt, every time I say this, I think people think I'm lying. Me and Matt have spent millions of dollars on learning how to market from the best of the best of the best of the best. Brendan Burchard, Russell Brunson, Frank Kern, Alex Jeffries. These are people that make $1 million in a product launch. And they tell me and Matt, who's your avatar? Who's your avatar? Who is the person you're targeting? Who is the person you're targeting? So here's a question for you guys. I'm on one of your sides of the binary, personally sponsored. You're making $30,000 a month just off check matching off me. And you got someone similar to me. Let's use Jenna. You got Jenna's Wiggle on your other leg. Are you guys imagining this? So Jenna's one leg of the company and I'm the other leg of the company. So really, in essence, you're taking Josh Wagel's part, right? So guess who's Jenna's sponsor? Chris Robinson. Chris Robinson was in before Jenna. So you got Chris Robinson on one leg, Jenna underneath him, and then you got me on the other leg. And got small people like Candace and Aaron and Tomas, all of Europe. Just little people like that, right? Or you guys got this in your mind. Jenna's got Barb, Judy. You guys got this in your head? Okay, listen closely. If you were that person, are you financially done? I mean, if we're just rounding it up, that you guys would easily be making probably 300, 400,000 a month. Is that crazy thinking of that? Okay, so you close your eyes like the 6-phase meditation and you say 3 years from now. So March 2023, 24, 25, 26. March of 2026, I log into my MDC back office and I see millions in volume on my left and millions of volume on my right. Are you guys following me? So if you were targeting to find that individual so you could create that kind of lifestyle, how many of you guys think that you need to call Chris Robinson every day and motivate him? Do you think you got to call me and motivate me? No, so you're making millions of dollars a year and you never have to talk to any of us. You're making so much money that you go to every convention. and you get to sit with our groups. And when you get your plaque, you're looking out at the audience and you're going, everyone in here is in my group. Oh my God. Are you following me? Okay. So now that we got to find those people like Chris Robinson or Robert Hollis to make that happen, let me tell you what Sean did. You guys already know this, but please listen to a messenger. Hey, Bobby, how you doing? Great, 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 great. No, you heard my story. And he says, hey, Bobby, have you ever heard of Amway? I said, no. He says, well, I found a company that's like them, but they're legal. So the first two sentences out of Sean's mouth is not what he was supposed to say. How many of you guys, do you think that he said that because he thought and he assumed that I knew what Amway was? Yes, he did. And I said, Sean, I don't know what you're talking about. And then he shakes it off. Taylor Swift song, right? Donkey story. All right. Shake it off. Shake it off. All right. And he said, Bobby, I met this guy. And I seen his check. It was $62,000. It was attached to the pay stub. And he's looking for people to help expand that company. And he's looking for people that he can train. No experience, no nothing. And if you're serious, he'll show you how to make 6 figures your first year. I said, I want to meet the guy. And he goes, well, we're going to go down to the office and meet some people. And then you'll get to see a VHS videotape of him. No. He says, I want to introduce you to the guy. If he told me it was on VHS tape, I wonder why. He said, I need you to meet this guy. I go down. What do you think my thoughts are? I'm going to meet a guy that's going to teach me how to get out of this bad situation. I was talking to my wife today, and I don't know if you guys have heard this song, Baby Come Back by Players. Okay. It makes me emotional, but I listen to that song every day because I wanted to do everything in my freaking power to get my income back, to get my status back as a male. Of course, these are things I'm thinking. I need to be a provider. I need to be a protector. I got to get my son back. I got to get my life back. And so was I hungry? On a whole different level. And so when I went down to meet him, guess how much money I had in the bank? 0. Can you imagine when I got down there that my mentor went through an hour product presentation and told me that I needed to buy these products? You guys, if I don't have the money and I've already pawned everything, if I went to that meeting and the number one goal of those people were to sell me and buy some frickin' product, I wouldn't have been here. So my mentor and people that make millions of dollars a year, they go after a different target, a different avatar than some of you are going after. And I think not only was it because he was taught that way by his mentors, but this generation and this thing called network marketing, multi-level, direct sales, whatever you wanted to call it, all was a concept brought up by individuals 70 years ago, 80 years ago. It said, hey, Chris, if I could show you how to change some of your buying habits away from Walmart, Target, and Costco, and Amazon. Of course, they didn't have Amazon then. And Chris, I don't know if you drink coffee or you use shampoo or you use any kind of nutritional supplements whatsoever, or your wife uses makeup. I don't know if you use these things, but if you could do Terry and I a huge favor, Chris, and just look at these products, and instead of buying them from the big box stores or Amazon, if you could just buy them from my company, because that would really support Terry and I. You guys see the difference? And then, Chris, I don't know if you'd be open to this, but if you know of anyone that need to make extra money, what we could do is we could get other people to do exactly the same thing and buy stuff that they use all the time from this company instead of the big box stores and Amazon. And we get a few people, and you're not paying for your product anymore, Chris. We get a few more people, and now all your family can use the products. Isn't it funny? Some of us got so little money that the only people that are taking the products in the house are us. If you believed in it, it'd be cool to get to the next level, right? And we're not just buying the products we can afford, we're buying all the products that we want, right? You guys with me so far? And then, Chris, the next step we want to do is get you to a place where not only you're in profit every month, but you also are in control of your raises. You're in control of your promotions. And so now we not only get you a couple of $100 a month in profit, but eventually double your income. And then from there, you could choose whether to retire your spouse or retire yourself or both. And you can have this large group of loyal people that are all changing their buying habits to work together as a team so we can supplement, double, and replace our income. Do you guys see how, in my opinion, that the world right now is in a very weird place? And, oh, by the way, we logged on to just to watch YouTube last night. You know, we got all the apps. Matt set us up. And a thing came across the screen on YouTube. Said, I just wanted to let you know that your membership's going to $73 a month now. So wait a minute, our car insurance went up. Our home insurance went up. Never in my life of owning a home have I ever gotten a notice and it said, oh, I just want you to know that your monthly payment that automatically comes out of your bank account is delinquent. Never happened in my entire life. And I'm like, what the F is going on? I call the bank and I go, it was taking out of the account. And she says, I know, I'm sorry. We're getting a lot of customers calling this like this. Your insurance for your home went up. And so your mortgage pays your payment pays not only your mortgage, but your home insurance. And so because it went up, your payment went up. And so you didn't pay your total payment last month because it automatically came out of your account. And I said, why didn't you just raise it instead of sending me it? Oh, we can't do that. You got to go in there and reset it to the new total. So my Netflix is going up. My utilities are going up. My home insurance is going up. All this stuff is going up, you guys. And I make money. I make a lot of money and I'm going, what the hell? So what is happening to the rest of the world of people that have already figured out how to get by paycheck to paycheck? How are they making it right now? What the hell are they doing? So while they're moving money around and they're canceling subscriptions and they're looking through their bank statement, and how many of them do you think are going to their boss and saying, listen, I don't know if you noticed, but the cost of living has gone up about $4,000 a year for an average person. Is there any way I can get an extra $380 and a raise in my paycheck? I'm sure a lot of you that have jobs have not had that conversation. And why haven't you? Because you're scared you're going to get fired and they'll give your job to somebody else. How many of you are getting this? So if the mindset of the majority of the people on the planet are right where I just shared with you, watching banks collapsing, going, oh, by the way, we're the administration that allowed this to happen, but don't worry about your money. I don't care who's president. I don't care who's the leaders of these countries. If they allowed stuff to happen, said it would never happen again, and then it happens anyway, and what do they all do? Point fingers at everybody else. Everyone that's in office. Oh my God, that's what that last president or that last leader left me. No one wants to take personal responsibility, do they? And the stock market crashes, and it's going down and going down. Why am I saying all this? I'm just saying that my opinion is if you could go into targeting and messenger, being a messenger, and telling people, hey, listen, I know of a way you could make some extra money. No, because that's too direct. See, that's insulting them. Hey, Curtis, I know you and I have been friends for a long time, but I know you're broke. See, that's always a great way to start the conversation. It's like seeing people go, I would never be that like that. No, you reach out to Curtis and say, hey, Curtis, I know you need some extra money, so you need to get into this. You change the words, he feels the same. So reaching out to Curtis and saying, hey, Curtis, man, I was wondering if you could do me a huge personal favor. The economics right now in the world is pretty crazy. And we're looking for people, we're expanding a company, we're looking for people that need to make extra money. You can become an affiliate for free, just like you would with Amazon or TikTok, or Apple or Walmart, CVS. And you can become an affiliate. And once you look at it and feel comfortable, you got a link that you could share with other people. And if they decide to do anything with this company, you'll get compensated. My goal is to get you a check by next Thursday. So can I send you a short video from a friend of mine, Robert Hollis, who's documented in this company? And after you see that, if it entices you, you can create a free account. And then what I'll do is, if you want to, we can jump on Zoom and I can walk you through some stuff in the back office so you feel comfortable referring me to some people. Between you and I don't know if the world right now is scrolling through Facebook, scrolling through Instagram, scrolling through any social media, going, oh my God, there's a new product I'd like to buy. Some of you are listening to me, but you won't change a flipping thing. So while people won't want to talk about money and they won't talk about their financially hurting, there's this group of people out there that are saying, hey, listen, you know what? You don't have to buy from other people. You can buy from us because the products are cheaper. Yeah, that changed the amount of money they have in their pocket. So people are looking to make money. So if you listen to Josh Weigel's story, He was looking for a way to make money. Robert Hollis was looking for a way to make money. Jenna Zweigel was looking for a way to make money. Chris Robinson was looking for a way to make money. If you guys listen to Chris Robinson's story, me and Matt were talking about this today. Stories sell, facts tell. But no one knows Chris Robinson's story. He didn't even know that he was in a network marketing company. He just knew the economy was bad. His income was bad because everyone was hurting for money. Everyone stopped getting construction on their homes. The bank stopped giving loans to people that wanted to build homes. No one wanted to buy homes because the interest rates are too high. I know you guys are not hearing this. I just think that you're ignoring it. So during these bad economic times that I know this, are going to last for a few more years. Few more? I'm guessing at least 3. Is it going to get worse than this? Yes, it is. See, no one wants to talk about, oh, by the way, the last time the economy that was this bad, was 40 years ago. What? Like some of you are going, wait a minute, I was 1 or I wasn't born yet. Do you guys realize there's a whole group of people right now that have never been through a financial crunch like this? And me and Matt were talking about it. His generation, he's 31, and the generation below that have just given up. I'm not buying a home. I got 3 people in an apartment. This is nuts. Yeah, Matt, I know that you're struggling right now financial, and so are your roommates, but I got this really cool product for you. You know what I mean? Have you ever seen these sprays? Yeah, my son, Robert Hollis Jr., he's 41, right? He'll be 41 in April. And what's crazy is when I first shared with him a company that I was in that sold an exotic fruit drink, it was called Tahitian Noni juice. And I said this to a 20-year-old, and they go, how's it taste with Jägermeister? How does the juice taste good with vodka? You guys are laughing like this wasn't you in your 20s. You're going to live forever. The last person that needs nutrition is me. I'm watching news right now, and they got the new jug challenge. Put a bunch of electrolytes in there, put a couple of Red Bulls in there, pour some vodka in there, and pour some water in there and shake it up and drink it. The jug challenge, 1 gallon of alcohol. Yeah, I'm in, man. And you got, but see, those kids are stupid because in my age at 20, we had just a giant punch bowl that everybody brought a bottle of alcohol. And just look at Craig and John. All of a sudden, Sandy goes, Corky goes, we're talking about our generation. Yeah. See, we didn't have a personal gallon of jug. We just all scooped it out of a giant tin thing that was set in someone's damn backyard. Okay. Anyway, I don't know in my 20s and 30s if I was a target person for nutritional products. That's what I'm trying to say. Chris, I see you giggling. Sandy, can you imagine in your 20s someone walked up and said, you ever heard of noni juice? Like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, you could take this spray instead. You squirt the spray under. Does that cost money? Yeah. No. All right. So I went a lot longer than I planned on doing. But I need you guys to understand, if you can use the 6-phase meditation and think where you want your life 3 years from now. If you don't know what you should be dreaming about, let me give you that dream. You're in the house of your dreams, in the area of your dreams. And you get up and you log into your online banking and despair is gone because according to your banks and your income, you don't have to ever work another day of your frickin' life. So I think that you should be targeting people that are pissed off because they've never been in this financial situation before. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. They're making less money than they were last year. And every time they watch the news or go through Reddit or scroll through anything, the sky is frickin' falling. And if you can teach people something simple they can do, like get excited, have vision that if it happened for me, it could happen for them. And all they need to do is share a message, a short message like Sean Hennigan. Hey, Bobby, let's cut out the first part. Let's get rid of the Amway and get rid of the legal. Okay? Bobby, got a minute? Yeah. I met this guy that made $62,000. I can't believe it. But if you want to, I'll send you a short video where he logs right into his online banking. So the number instead of 62 goes to more like 94, 110. Are you guys hearing me? And I don't know if you know anyone that needs to make extra money right now. But once you watch this video, you could create a free account. Then if you'd like, we could jump on Zoom and I could share a bunch of things about the company to make you feel comfortable and to refer us to other people. And what I love about this company is you got an affiliate link that's coded directly to you. And if we share this with the people that you refer and they decide to get in, supplement their income or make massive income, you could receive a check on a weekly basis for just referring them. Do any one of you like that message? But remember how I started this out? How many of you believe that you're enough just to share the message? Because Sean shared it with me. Right? So this is not about you. This is about you taking the story and sharing the story with other people. All you're doing is like a athletic manager, an athletic agent, a movie agent, a music agent or manager. You're just connecting the right people. Did that help you guys? Because every company that I've been involved in, someone reached out, except honestly, I'm just thinking about this. I think the only company, no, I'm wrong. Even this company. I was going to say MDC is the only company where someone didn't reach out to me. But my wife reached out to me. My wife said, hey, honey, can you help me with this little business? I sure in the hell can. So all the millions that I've made in this industry, all the documentation that I've ever created is because someone reached out to me and gave me a message. I will close with something simple. You know why this message was what I wanted to share today? Because yesterday, a very, very dear old friend called me up. I've known this guy for 30 years. What? Why is he calling me? Called him back up. Hey, Michael, what's going on? And he goes, do Do you think a lot of people in the direct sales network marketing industry have lost their way? I go, what are you talking about? He goes, I haven't done network marketing for 8 years. And he says, the reason why is everyone calls me up and goes, Michael, you got a second? He goes, sure. Oh my God, I got this patented product. It's got science, it's got patents. And he's going, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with these people? I go, Michael, I know. And he says, listen, I befriended a guy that's worth $400 million. I shared with him the way that network marketing used to be. And we decided to come up with the product that, do you realize, Robert, that everyone sells individual products so they can make more money? What if we took all the products that are documented to help you and put them all in one product? Now, Robert, if the product helps people and it's worth the value, we know the real opportunity here is helping people that are hurting financial get out of where they're currently doing. So I got him to put up the money. We got the logo of the company. I'll send you the website. I'll send you and Terry some product, because after you try the product out and you see the compensation plan, we want to make you an offer to be a master distributor for this company. And he says, I guarantee you, you will not turn down the offer. And I went, that's pretty bold, Michael. Can I get your address? Yeah, I need your email to send you over the compensation plan. That's how short the message was, you guys. I got a guy, got financial banking. We got a good comp plan where people can make money. And the product that we'll be using is something that people can afford and they need to have. And I went, wow. Then behind that, I got another message. And so I don't mess this up. I need to, I want to share it with you guys so I don't mess this up. So this is the cold message I got. You guys ready? Her name is Christina. She'll probably see this. Hi, my name is Christina. I'm sure you get pitched 100 times a day, and I want to do something different. Instead of pitching you, if you would like I'd like to challenge you to show me your comp plan. And if your comp plan is better than the one I'm currently in, I'll join you instead of you joining me. Now, that woman knows how to target. I'd like to challenge you to see if our comp plan is better than yours. I was like, damn, that's good. So honestly, all of you listening now, if you sent that message, Kai, if you sent someone a message saying, I want to challenge you, I want to see if your comp plan is better than ours, would you get a better, different approach than saying, hey, listen, Kai, I bet you our products are better than your products? It is a different person that you're targeting right there. Because how many of you accidentally have run into a bunch of people that they could care less about helping people make money? That's not even on their radar. They know how messed up our community is, where they go, I'm going to put a company together that just sells the cheapest products. These people are so freaking lost. I could just send out a deal. Hey, might have good products, but mine's cheaper than yours. Because they don't understand this is a business. They just think it's about buying products. And it's working. It's working. People are like, cheaper products. That's free. I'm going like, like every time you would show up on a IKEA parking lot of a dealership, it's packed because everybody's looking for it. Where's the Yugo? Do you guys know where the Yugo dealership is? It's like, well, what are you doing? Well, I'm just looking for the cheapest car. If you noticed, I got the cheapest clothes. I got the cheapest shoes. I got the cheapest watch. I'm the cheap person. It's like, are you guys kidding me? So I went on an hour with this message, but how many people think it's pretty important? So if you're not about money, I get it. Money doesn't buy happiness, but neither does poverty. And I'm just saying that while this transition is going on and people are hurting financially, they're uncertain, they're in fear, they're in doubt. I don't know too many opportunities like MDC that will allow you to get in for free, immediately start sharing your affiliate link, and you can get a check by next Thursday. So what do you think I said to Christina? I said, listen, I'd love to check out your comp plan and everything that you're doing. Can you send me a link and I'll just sign up for free and check everything out? She goes, you can't sign up for free. I go, well, that's the first part of your comp plan I got you beat on. Why don't you send me the rest of your comp plan and I'll walk through every part of it. And you should have seen the nice message she left back. Mr. Hollis, I'm a single mom. I'm excited about this company. Now that you said that you wanted to help me and give me a free copy or a book, of course, I looked at your documentation page and maybe I should be working with you. I'm going, wow. Well, we'll take one step at a time. I still want to take your challenge. You guys would have tried. Hey, can you come in as an executive? Yeah, it's like, come on, you guys. You're capable of learning a new certain way. So now I'm really done. So, Matt, you got any words or?
No, I just know like the conversations we've been having a lot lately have been tailored around really getting down to the fundamentals and teaching them and getting people to follow them consistently. And it's like, obviously that message has been something we've been talking about quite a bit lately.
You know, I do that all the time.
Well, of course. Well, I mean, it's like we were just saying the other day as we were talking, it's like it's weird how the universe or God seems to beat you over the head with the same path over and over again until you take it, right? And so it's like that situation we're experiencing where it's like we've tried different ways of doing this or working it other ways, and it's like, no, it's time to just get back to the fundamentals and teach them and get people to follow those fundamentals because they still work to this day. Yep. They've worked every time. So that's all I have to add, of course. But I think it's amazing the path that we're going on now and what got us there. So
yeah, thank you, Matthew. So Craig, back to you, man. Hostess with the mostess.
I don't know if I could follow that. What you and Matt just shared with us. I mean, wow. Thank you so much. And I hope everybody watches the replay on this because you can see the passion that Robert shared with us and about how he really wants to be. Okay, I know Melody has said it before, our GPS to success. That is it. If you follow the certain way, as said in the Science of Getting Rich, which you have followed for many, 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 many years, or let's quote the Mandalorian maybe, this is the way.
This is the way.
Yeah. This
is the way.
That just bam. That just
Thank
hit.
you. My hair's standing up.
So this is the way, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we do have people with hands raised and questions to ask. So
Okay.
hopefully we'll be able to get a few of them in. I don't know what your time frame is.
Yeah, I got a little bit of time. If people have to go, I totally understand.
All right. Well, I know that I've got 4 people with questions and 2 or with hands raised and 2 with questions. So let's see if we can get them all in.
All right.
All right. First off, let's go ahead and start. And for the people that have been waiting with their hands up, thank you so much for your patience. I got John Teer, Bill Shoemaker, Kai Au, and they have their hands raised. So, John, I see that you are first again this time. So, let me ask you to open up your mic and share.
Oh boy, man. How you guys doing? Robert, what you just said, kind of actually answered my question, things I was thinking about, and you kind of went through and then I just actually heard the message that you left me as well. So I was like, oh, okay, well, you actually answered it, and that was like really, really nice. But just a quick couple of comments. One thing that I've realized probably several months ago, I've never said this out loud. I said this to myself, but broke people don't buy products.
Wow. Hey, I got your address. I'm gonna start sending you a residual check. Broke people don't buy anything.
Right.
Yeah, broke people are not interested in buying your product.
Right. I mean, that's just the reality of it. And if you understand
I was broke.
Yeah. When I first saw this industry, somebody came over and drew me circles. I was got the Amway business, and the only thing I could think about was like, I wanted to get this money. That's the only thing. I didn't even know what a product was. I just, money. I just want to make money. That's it. So that, and then I had a guy reach out to me, and we weren't even friends on Facebook. He just sent me a message. One of those messages, are you open to making money? Blah blah blah. So my response to him was, wow, how long have you been in My Daily Choice in MDC? And he says, well, I've never been in EC. I said, well, you should, and here's why. And I sent him a link, and he's like, oh, well, good luck with that. And I said, well, it's not about luck. It's about the right people at the right time. I said, why don't you try and take a look at it and compare what you have to what we have, and then you can make a decision. Not based on emotion. Then you can see for yourself. All I got was, how they say, like a mouse peeing on cotton. That's how quiet it was after that.
Mr. Teer, you are getting smooth, man. I'm telling you, that was smooth. Great job.
Yeah, so that was it for me. Thank you, Robert.
John.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, John. John, I want to give John a little bit of kudos here. I'd say that 50% of the message that I shared today was because of John reaching out to me and said, listen, can you do something in the training where you tell people exactly what they need to do? And so thank you, John. I appreciate that. And any one of you that ever have a subject that you feel like I need to jump on, I don't know if you guys know this. I've said this before, but do you know what Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan have in common? Phil Jackson.
Yes. Yeah, good coach.
Yeah. All right. And so one of the things that's unique about that is Phil Jackson graduated from my high school.
Yeah, he was out there. Yeah.
And so I've heard some stories about Phil Jackson's way of teaching. And I'm no longer going to move forward because I don't want to be judged by my creator, that what I did was just took the path least followed by allowing people to just do all the stupid things that they think to do. So you guys know that Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal and Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, I could go on and on and on. You know, I know that they didn't come and sit in front of Phil Jackson and go, yeah, but do you know that there's this other coach? There's this other coach. There's this other coach. There's this other coach. So I need to move forward and get to the place that I need to get to by finding the people that are willing to follow the path, maybe least followed, but the most successful. Builds legendary stories. So anybody can teach people to sell product and then teach them how to get burnt out and then stop and then go to someplace else. It's like it's like how is that working for you? My God, let's do another blitz. Let's do something stupid. Come on. So I'm gonna start being bold. I'm gonna be really, really bold. And here's what's fun about being bold, you guys, is people can go, well, you heard of this coach? You heard of this trainer? What makes you better than them? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what makes me better. Damn, Matt, it's coming out. Matt's seen this guy before.
This is the guy that makes millionaires, though. He helps people become millionaires. That's the way that it is.
John, I love you. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Thank
Matt.
you.
You can say it all the time. Documentation beats conversation.
Thank you.
That's all that needs to be said. Let's move right along. And thank you also, Matt, for that. Let's go ahead. Bill Shoemaker, your hand is up next. Please unmute yourself and share.
Thank you, Craig. Robert, that was amazing. Amazing.
Thank you, Bill.
Whew. So we're so blessed to have you as a mentor, and you're not even charging us anything. That's what really amazes me.
There's a lot of people in my profession that thinks I need to start changing and start charging, and people start paying attention.
Maybe not. So what you're saying is our avatar is Robert Hollis 36 years ago.
Yes.
Simple.
Broke people that want their lives back. Thank you for saying that, Bill. You know what my mentor told me? Maybe I've never said this, and maybe I have said it. Bill said, you know who the most dangerous people on the planet is in this industry? I said, what? He said, people that used to make a lot of money and they don't anymore. Because you don't have to convince to them, Bill, that they can make over $1 million a year. They've done the personal development. They've worked on their communication skills. They've visioned themselves making that kind of money. And now all of a sudden they're in an industry where no one, do you guys notice that no one talked about this? When that bank went out of business, Silicon Valley Bank, do you know what the first thing I Googled? How many employees did SVB have? 8,500 people. See, people just, oh my God, a bank went out of business. And then Sharon Stone was receiving an award, I guess, last night or the night before. And she said, listen, I'm sorry if I'm not here. I'm having some, physical difficulties with one of my children. And I just found out I lost half my money. Now, the government on the news is saying, hey, if you have over $250,000, we're going to honor that. When? It's like, if the government says, hey, FDIC, if you had $250,000 or less in your account, we're going to take care of it. Where's the ATM? I don't know if you guys know this, but my card that I use for everything is attached to an account that's shut down. No, don't worry. Don't worry. You're okay. I'm okay if you give me my money. Oh my God. Oh, but by the way, Sharon, I noticed that you said you lost half your money, but I was wondering if you knew about our body melt program. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm back.
Okay, that's good. One thing I want to ask you about are 3 hours of focused communicating with other people. I get people that want to put me on a Zoom and sell me on their deal. Do you think that's wasting my time or is that beneficial?
That is not wasting your time. And the reason why, Bill, is learning that you could have that amount of time and conversations with a stranger is going to get you to where you need to be.
Perfect.
Because hearing somebody else that's more enthusiastic than you, better at the game than you, it's funny, it just popped in my head. You know, the number one question that Kobe Bryant got asked all the time is whether or not that he could win one-on-one against Michael Jordan or LeBron James. Every time he was asked that question, he said, I'd rip him apart. You put me one-on-one with anybody on the planet, I'll crush them. But he said, this is not a one-on-one sport. So you need 4 other players. If I'm going out there against 5 other players or 4 other players in Michael Jordan, that's why I don't have more rings than Michael Jordan. It's like, so having a team around you in the game of basketball is a must. So Bill, great question. I hope that helped people, because
Perfect.
for those of you that know people that are pitching you and want to get you on a Zoom, maybe you should watch how good they are doing it. What was their first message? What was their second message? What was their urgencies and posture and confidence and bravery to get you connect? Can I just get you on a Zoom? Can I just get you on a Zoom? How quick are they of, hey, can I set up a time with you, Bill, to talk with my upline, Craig Jackman? Craig's been in the industry forever. He's one of our top producers, and I'd love to get on a Zoom with you and Craig. If you guys see some people that are awesome in this business, it's not long before they get 2-on-1. Isn't that crazy? I was just talking about basketball. Some people don't even know about basketball. And I go, hey, Bill, I'll play you 1-on-1. Let's go. And then you show up and Bill's got Craig. And I go, what's Craig here? Well, I told you that I was going to play you basketball, but it's me and Craig against you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yeah, I can tell you, Bill, how many hours I've spent listening to other people pick me. And I got motivated from John Teer. 50% of my message and 50% of my inspiration was from someone else trying to pitch me on getting involved in their company. Their level of enthusiasm, their story about the financial backer, their story about, you know, their compensation plan, sort of like the girl that reached out. They're bold. So thank you, Mr. Shoemaker. That was an excellent question. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Mr. Hollis, and thank you, John, for today as well.
Love you, Bill.
Bill, thank you so much. John, I love how you've inspired people here. So thank you, man. Appreciate you. Kai, you're going to be coming up. I got a question from the onlines. Pat Dreyer asks, Robert, do you use WhatsApp? My international people seem to think that is better than Facebook. What do you think?
First answer, no, I don't. So the second question is if people said WhatsApp's better than Facebook, I'd go, can you send me a screenshot of your back office? Let's jump on a Zoom and you show me your back office and show me how much you made in the last 60, 90 days by connecting and recruiting people off WhatsApp. Because I can show you my documentation of 4.38 million that I've gotten from recruiting people off Facebook. So that, Pat, that's the way I'd ask the question. There's so many people that say, you know, what about this? What about this? I think I covered this in a video, but I'll say it quick. This guy says, I don't care if you're not good at math. I wanted to say it the way he did it. He says, I don't want to say whether you're good at math or you like math, but if you took 1 hour and spent on 10 different platforms, or you spent 10 hours on one platform, which one do you think would give you more results? I love that. So you're doing 10 things to build you income. That's what he was talking about. So you take all 10 things, write them down on a piece of paper. And he says, I already know that you're not spending 1 hour on all 10 programs, but I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here. So write down everything that you're doing right now to generate income and take it times an hour. And then ask yourself, if you had a focused 4 or 10 hours on row one instead of 10, you take all your hours and focus on one, what do you think is going to happen? Isn't that a great analogy to people? Because right now, if I ask John Teer, what is his main source of income right now? And John, you can unmute. I think you guys already know this answer. So John, wouldn't you say that a majority of your income on a monthly basis right now comes from your job?
Yep, playing piano.
Okay. So how many hours a week do you do that?
I'm fortunate. I put in a lot of practice, you know, but and on a Sunday it's about an hour and 15 minutes.
But there's a lot of practice.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of practice.
We got to count those hours as well.
Yeah, there's a lot of practice, you know.
Thank you, John. So all of you, think about if your major source of income right now is your job. Aren't you spending more hours on your job than you're spending on anything else? It's like a duh. Geez, Robert, you're not a mathematician. Duh. When Mark Cuban and some of the people that are successful, like Elon Musk, goes, it's okay to have a job. Gary Vaynerchuk, Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, all the people that are out there. It's okay to have a full-time job. What are you doing with the other 16 hours? I gotta sleep. Then you don't hate your job that much. What was my urgency? Not only being broke with no electricity, thinking about being homeless without a car, wishing that I got to spend more time with my girlfriend that's now my wife and my son. See, that's enough motivation alone, wouldn't you say? But my motivation was also where they were telling me that I had 30 days to transfer to a different career because my workman's comp was going to stop paying me $900 a month. So part of workman's comp is, okay, you're on workman's comp, but if you can't prove to us that you're training in some kind of new career, that's how they get you out of workman's comp. They either stop it or tell you, listen, you need to learn to do something different. For me, you guys, was this business. So I had a short window of time. So I remember asking my mentor, and you guys have heard this. Listen, is there just a couple of things that I need to master to get great at this, to get great results? He goes, there's only one person in my entire career that's ever asked that question. He goes, why did you ask that question? I said, you have no idea how broke I am. So if there's one thing that I could do, that I could focus on, that I could spend all my time on to get the best result, what would that be? And he said, Robert, spend all day talking to strangers with enthusiasm and get them to watch my video. Yes, sir. Go say hi to strangers, connect with them as fast as you can. Ask them to do you a huge favor. Get their phone number and get them to watch this hour VHS tape. Yes, sir. Is there anything else I need to do? Nope. Got it. He didn't give me 22 tapes in a group and told me to go through 50 hours of training. Now, the very first thing I needed to do is contact strangers and get excited and get them in front of a video. Do you guys sort of see why I'm the way I am? It's like, well, let's all get together tomorrow and let's do a personality training. Wow. Next. Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. Thank you, Pat.
Actually, let me expand a little bit on that from Pat. Okay. And I kind of agree with what you said. Now, what was also posted in here is that WhatsApp is owned by Facebook, but I think what Pat is trying to say is as a direct messenger, because I know that you use Facebook Messenger a lot, and that obviously works. In fact, it probably works just as well as WhatsApp because you communicate with people in your European group through Messenger.
Well, let me ask a quick question. I know nothing about WhatsApp. So can I go on to, is it easily for me to go on WhatsApp and I put in mechanic? And immediately it would bring me to a group of 1 million people that are all mechanics that are all in a WhatsApp group that I can connect with as strangers to get them to know, like, and trust me. Then I can glance at their profiles.
No, it's more like Telegram.
Oh. So I have no way to go on WhatsApp and seek out the people that we were just saying we were targeting?
No, it's more of like somebody just saying it's like an SMS, like a text message.
Text message.
Yeah, it's an international communications. You make phone calls, you can text message people, things like that.
Like Telegram.
Like Telegram, but it's focused on just those items.
Yeah, but can I find someone's WhatsApp and click on them and see their profile and see what their interests are? And can I do that?
No.
All right. Thanks for.
There we go.
I don't have to look at it now.
Okay. Pat, I think that helped to even more clarify what Robert gave.
How are these people? Are these people just spamming people on WhatsApp?
You know, there's a.
Hey, I don't know you. I see your name. Are you interested in referring me to people? What? How in the hell do you do that by text?
It is out there.
Okay. Love and appreciate you guys. Thank you, Pat, for bringing that up. Yeah, what I would say, Pat, still what I know, a lot of people are scared to do this. I'm not scared to do this. And I'm not scared to do this because this is what my mentor taught me to say. If someone reaches out to you and says, hey, Robert, would you be open-minded to looking at what I'm doing? Sure. Just send me, let's do a Zoom, and I need you to show me your last 90-day income. Do you guys know I still do that? I got a really dear friend of mine. Hey, have you used LinkedIn? You mean pitched in? He goes, no, LinkedIn. I said, a bunch of A-type personalities with an ego that are so good at promoting themselves that they're not interested in listening to anybody else and all they do is pitch you. That's not my target market. John, what's my target market? Hungry, broke people that can't afford product, that need to make money.
All right.
If I'm explaining LinkedIn wrong, just know that that's my perception. I open up LinkedIn once a month and there's like 120 messages in there pitching me. Pitch. I mean, oh my God. And my response back to them, I got over 100 messages, you guys, easily over 100. Because I put when I joined My Daily Choice. So when my 5th year anniversary came up, everybody sent me a message. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy job anniversary, happy job anniversary. And my response was, yes, it's been 5 years. That's 1,825 days that I've averaged $2,400 a day. I really, really love my job. And people read that. I know this is going to sound like I'm bragging. See the rings? It'd be like Michael Jordan. I should take a picture, Matt, of me holding my hand like this with all the rings on me. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I got a question, you know? And
Your new profile picture.
My new profile picture. Yeah, just all the rings that I've gotten from companies, right? Or like Michael Jordan's got one where it shows all his MVP trophies and all his world championship trophies and his MVP for the finals. Nah, I don't need to do that because I sort of did that already. But where was I going? That was a great mind fart right there. I haven't had one of those in a long time. Come on, I got a lot of people that are listening to me. Put in here where I was. Where was I?
I think it was more of just saying, getting down to the fact of doing WhatsApp versus Facebook versus LinkedIn.
Yeah, we were talking.
Oh
about
yeah, you were sharing following someone
okay.
documented.
Yeah.
So 100 messages, what I just told you, and virtually half of the messages back were, that's awesome, but have you checked out what the hell I'm doing? Right? So I know I'm bragging here, but imagine, you know, LeBron James, whoever your favorite celebrity is, you know, or Rihanna holding all her trophies. And you walk him and go, wow, you've won more awards than anybody else in music? Yes. But have you ever thought about playing soccer? Don't get mad at me. This will probably get out there. I'll get all kinds of messages. You know, I just, you know, LinkedIn to me is just a bunch of people trying to pitch what they're doing. They're not interested in looking anywhere. And I admire that. Do you guys know I admire that? I admire people that are making a full-time income. They're not working for anybody, and they're really freaking focused on who they are and what they're doing. I admire that. So that's why I don't go onto a network where a bunch of those people are hanging out and seeing if they're interested in what I have to offer. You know, there's people that have reached out to me like Kai and you know, there's something that where Kai constantly seems to get attracted to the people that are already doing something that they love. That's hard. So, you know, Kai will always send me a message. Hey, what would you say to this guy that made $200,000 in his company last year that he's been there for 7 years? Nothing. Congratulations. I'm really proud of you. So Kai has this group of people that are just constantly pitching him on what they're doing. So I know Kai's coming up next, but I tell people really quickly, I'll cover that. I go, I treat business like a marriage. I've been with Terry for 40 years. It's sort of disrespectful for you to reach out to me and say, hey, I got this incredible woman that I think that you would like. I told you I was happily married. Move on. Yeah, but, and then they post you a couple other chapters of the book. Delete, block. I mean, that's the way I feel. Okay, Craig, back to you.
All right. Well, yes. What a great setup. Kai, let's do it. Go ahead, unmute yourself and share.
Hey, can you hear me all right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm just got new earbuds, so I'm still trying to figure out how this thing works. But okay.
Do the
you pretty much
earbuds work
answered-
better if you get closer to the phone?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know why.
All right.
I don't know why. So it's crazy because you actually answered the first part of the question, but my second part of the question would be, how do you deal with somebody who is so overly drawn to like accolades and materialistic posts that they would not listen to you unless you show off that you have a Mercedes Benz or you are having some sort of like like just uber ridiculous expensive stuff that you're posting on social media. How do you deal with somebody with that kind of personality who just really is off the charts?
I congratulate him and move on, Kai. Because you've heard the way that I've explained the way I react. Listen closely, Kai. If I didn't know you and you reached out to me and tried to pitch me, you'd get sort of the same harsh feedback. See, I don't know why people aren't more direct. A first message to me should be what I would do to a leader. Complimentary. That's why I said that Facebook worked good for me. So I go out and I look at a person's profile. Oh my God, this person's got 40,000 followers. I look at their friends. We have a lot of mutual friends. And the mutual friends are some of the damn top best people that have ever done this business. The next step, I look at a few of their posts. They're positive. They're really focused. I mean, their enthusiasm. I mean, they're right on pace. So that's my profile. So Kai, if you reached out to me and said, hey, Robert, I want you to take a look at this business without connecting with me, that's not going to go good. I don't know why you didn't do like that. Be creative is better. I'm talking about, you guys see me talk about people that have found creative ways to connect with me. A kid showed up at my door and he said, can you pay $20 for a raffle ticket? Our baseball team wants to go to Utah this summer. I said, absolutely. How much are their tickets? He says, $20. I said, I'll be right back. I said, I'll take 5 of them. And he goes, serious? And I said, yeah. I said, here's the $100. Sell the raffle tickets to somebody else. He goes, why would you just give me $100? And I said, because you walked up that driveway. I said, at Halloween, no kid walks up that driveway. It's too far. The chances of walking that long driveway and then knocking on that door and they're not having any candy, that's not the risk. I said, there's only 2 people that ever came up here and knocked on our door, and that's you and the fire department. Because the fire department knows I give them money every year. But they wouldn't have known that if they didn't come up here to begin with. So I want to so Kai, if you reached out to me, be direct. Just say, Mr. Hollis, I was looking at your profile, and man, congratulations on your success. I watched a few of your videos. My God, I'm inspired like you wouldn't believe. Is there anything I could say or do to get you to take a serious look at what I'm doing? That's the way I approach leaders. And they can be honest, and you should congratulate them. Kai, someone like that challenges you, that I need to see your stack. That's what my mentor used to say to me. Hey, I got a great idea. Robert, how big's your stack? What? How big's your stack? I don't know what you're talking about. What'd you make last month? What'd you make last year? You know what I mean. What's your point? Why do you got to be that straightforward? I just told you I had an idea. Robert, if I listen to your ideas, I'm going to make what you make. Why don't you focus on the ideas my mentors taught me, get your income to where mine is, and if you work harder than me, you'll make more than me. Then tell me if your idea was as good as you thought it was. So the people I hang around with, do the ring thing, right? I know you guys watch, those of you that love basketball always watch Charles Barkley, you know what I mean, with Shaquille O'Neal on TNT, for basketball. And if you guys have never watched it, it is funnier than hell. They'll start talking about who they think is going to win and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And every time Shaquille O'Neal reaches up like this with that ring on his finger, and Chuck's like, you got to stop that crap. He goes, well, I ain't doing anything. You know exactly what you're doing. Just because I didn't get a world championship ring doesn't mean I don't know what I'm doing. He goes, whatever, Chuck. So, Kai, I know that you probably would like to hear me say, a way to shift this person. But the only thing you should say to them is compliments. Man, every time I talk to you, you're so focused. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can see by your car and your home, your clothes, your travel, your lifestyle. Man, you got it going on. Congrats. I'm proud of you. Is there anything I could say or do to get you to take a serious look at what I'm doing? Would you mind if I sent you over a short video of my business partner and some of the stuff he's doing? So did that help you, Kai?
Yes, because every time I once a month, it's like PMS. It comes out once a month with somebody who always comes clobbering at me with like, oh, well, I don't want to join your business if you don't. I don't even see you have a fancy car or fancy house and stuff like that. I'm like, that's not me. I don't brag about this stuff. Why are you wanting me to show you what I have? It's not my stuff.
Okay. Thank you for saying that. So when the universe, you understand, Kai, is trying to teach you a lesson, right? Because it keeps repeating itself. And so then it gets you in this mood, I'm not materialistic. I don't need this stuff. Why are you hitting me with that stuff? Hit them back with that stuff. So are you telling me that you've been in your business long enough to accumulate those stuff? Do you do the same approach with someone that makes you look like you're not making any money? So if I had Robert Hollis reach out to you, or Chris Robinson, or Jenna Zweigel, so the way to get you into another business is if they have more cars, more homes, and more money than you. So if they could send you a screenshot of their crypto wallet and they got more in their crypto wallet than you've made in your lifetime, that would get you? Because you're saying, I don't have that stuff, so I don't have a chance. But I believe so much in MDC. If I need to connect you with someone that makes you look like you're not making money, then I'll just be the messenger. So I'll connect you with someone that wants to see your back office. They want to see your bank statements, so they can make you feel the way you're trying to make me feel.
I love that.
It's like, you know, that my coach and in sports, isn't it crazy? We talked about Phil Jackson.
Yes.
Why did the Lakers want to get Phil Jackson? Because Shaq and Kobe wanted to win a world championship. The Buzz family wanted to win a world championship. And Phil Jackson wins championships. That's why he gets hired. So why would someone pick on somebody else? It's like, who's your coach? That's honestly, you guys, another way that I approach a lot of people. I just say, you know, listen, who you learning from? Because the two people I'm following right now have over 1 million people on subscription. I gotta find this video. I was so mad. I was gonna send it to Matt. In 2004, I think it was, or 2005. Oh, I never even thought about it. You guys could find this right now by me explaining to it. But you guys remember it was a crazy actor that did all this crazy stuff. I think he used to be married, or I know he was married to Drew Barrymore. I think his name is Green.
Tom Green.
Tom Green.
Tom Green. Tom Green, I don't know if he had a show way back then, but he was interviewing Joe Rogan. You guys got to search and find this. Because Joe Rogan's sitting across from this guy, and of course he's a comedian at the time. And listen to what he said, Kai. You're going to understand this. He's going, you know what I hate most about TV programming? Is all of TV programming is focused on making the people that advertise happy. Because if the people don't pay for advertising and they can't run their ads to the viewers to make a bunch of money, then really the content is just a joke. Because it's all based on people paying for advertising. So there's certain subjects and certain things that you can't say or do, because if it upsets the people that are paying for advertising, you're gone. And him and Tom get on this big discussion, and Tom goes, maybe we could do like an intraweb instead of internet, an intraweb. And wouldn't it be cool if there was a bunch of shows that were out there that the people that love watching those people would just go to their shows on their own network? And then they just went into this mastermind. And all of a sudden, I think Tom Green grabbed a Corona, beer, and he started drinking it. And Joe goes, can you imagine having your own show? And when you drink that beer would pay you instead of paying those other guys? He goes, that's what we need to put together. And I'd like to try to guess what Joe Rogan's age was at that time. What if I had a show where I could talk the way I wanted to, and people would watch me, and the people that advertised and paid me are the people that just loved my style? All of a sudden makes $300 million, from Spotify or whoever signing in for his podcast. But to think that they were sitting there like Matt and I do, just masterminding on, hey, this is what's got to happen. So Kai, you helped me with that tangent. Thank you. So be a messenger of somebody else's story. You guys are going to see a lot of videos of this where I'm going to go by example, but a lot of people know me constantly talking about the broke dyslexic auto mechanic that got hurt on the job and couldn't provide for him and his family. And someone was brave enough to tell me somebody else's story, Kai. Because the traffic teacher comedian couldn't have got me, Kai. I never remember a time, Sean, not having roommates. And they did that stuff that you're not supposed to do when I'm young. You walk into their apartment and it smelled like a dispensary.
Oh my God.
And I'm going, where can these people sit around, get stoned all the time? Yeah, these are some people, Kai, that I really want to admire and listen to. And Sean didn't make himself the deal. He says, hey, I'm working with this guy that you know, you need to meet this guy. He's the guy that makes all the money. Like, can I hear you pull that stuff with Robert? You know, can we connect you on group chat? And then let's set up a Zoom. And I want to hear you say the same stuff to my coach, to my mentor. I'd be like, Bill, I'd challenge that. Does it mean I'd get him? Probably not if he's focused. So thank you very much, Kai.
Thank you so much, Kai. Do you have time for 2 questions more?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I think they're pretty quick. First one comes from
You're talking
Faith
to
Cast.
me.
Huh?
You're talking to me. How can they be quick? I'm joking. I'm joking.
Yes. Okay. First question regarding the book.
Yes.
Okay. When you share, Faith Cast asks, are you sharing your free book with people that you connect with?
I am not. And I think I'm going to go back to it. In fact, I'm going all the way back to the basics, you guys, where the first connection is probably going to be something like this. Hey, Kai, I see that we're both in the same group, or I see that you made a comment on the so-and-so page. And I don't know if you've heard of the book called Science of Getting Rich, but it was written in 1910 and inspired Think and Grow Rich. And I have the book and the audios for free. I'm going to go back to the basics that helped me build a group of 758,000 people. Because how many people have ever remembered Bob Proctor's story? And Bob Proctor said that he had a guy that told him, you need to read these chapters of this book. Can anyone post below and tell me what chapters those are? We'll see if you guys remember. 7, 4, and 14. Lisa Marie is the winner. So they say, listen, I'm going to give you a free book and the audios. And if you listen to 7, 4, and 14 in those orders, that's the way you sort people.
Actually, you said 4, 14, and 7.
I did?
Yes, I remember that when you were promoting that. With all due respect, I do remember that it was 4, 14, and 7.
You know what, Craig? When I was taught to do this, I actually learned this from Bob Proctor. I never got told to do that. So, so that's why I didn't remember it. Oh, I got it right here. I got it written down. So the answer is 4, 14, and 7. Is that what Lisa put?
She
No,
corrected herself.
she had the combination. Okay, but Lisa.
She had the
was-
right numbers, just the combination was a
Okay,
little
good.
off.
So the combination is to tell people to read 4, 14, 7. All right. Without getting into too much detail, the guy that I admire the most in this industry that I've done videos on is Don Fela. You guys are going to see me get really, really focused on I learned the certain way. I found Don Fela, and he had this thing. And tell me if this sounds like a product pitch. Are you guys ready? Here I go. Hey, Kai, I was wondering if you could do me a huge favor. Do you know of anyone that wants to own their life? Now, let me explain to you what own your life means. When you subtract the hours from getting up when you don't want to, getting ready, doing your traveling, your commute back and forth to work, being away from the people that you love and what you want to do, and your breaks and your lunch. Then you got your trip back to the home, and you finally get home and you're relaxed. When you subtract all those hours, Kai, do you have the hours to not only do what you love with the people that you want to do them with, but can you also afford to do those things? That's what I mean about owning your life. Do you know of anyone like that? I'd be interested in that. Here's my book. Read the first 3 chapters of this book. Are you guys following me? That went all the way back to the science of getting rich. So Bob Proctor's mentor said, hey, here's a book. Read chapters 4, 14, and 7 in that order. If people won't read the book and they won't read or listen to the chapters in that order, haven't they pretty much sorted themselves? The audios are free. The book is free. You guys know I send the link all the time, and I got it in my YouTube. I'm going to go back to teaching people to connect by giving something away. Because for whatever reason, and I don't need to know the reason, for whatever reason, people don't see becoming a free affiliate with my MDC as anything of value. I do, but it's not duplicating. Did you guys catch that? So to get the law of reciprocity to activate, we need to teach people to connect with someone and give them something of reciprocity to get that person to know, like, and trust them. And then you can go on with the rest of the connection. Did you guys catch that? Now, Craig, does this sound familiar? Melody Riva, does this sound familiar? Because this is how I built a group of not only 758,000 people, but let me share something with you guys. My group was doing $4 million a week. $16 million a month my group was doing. With this compensation plan, I'd be a master and I'd be making $1.6 million a month. Do you now understand why I'm going back to it? So Okay, Craig, back to
All
you.
right. One more question. And James Saunders posted this. I know you've answered it before. I don't know how many people have heard it or not, but still, I want to present it to you because James posted it.
Okay.
Those that join for free but never purchase anything, how do we get them to move forward?
In my opinion, there's only one way. All right. You need to constantly say that question. Ask yourself, what could I do to get this person to move ahead? Not close them. Get them to move ahead. My first step would be to get them on a Zoom and show them a theoretical example like I do in 5K. You need to share with them what the financial, what would be the reward, what's in it for them to share their affiliate link. So if you can get someone excited about getting a payday next Thursday and you show them exactly the little easy things that they can do, their mind's going to go, oh my God, this is simple. I can do that. This is what you want me to do. I can do that. Now, when they do it, and they do it the way that you do it, if you're doing it the certain way, and they get a affiliate underneath them, or I put somebody underneath them, then I can send them a screenshot and say, hey, you now have people underneath you. Oh yeah, I know. Congratulations, you got a free affiliate. Now listen closely. I want to do a Zoom with that person, showing them how they can earn $5,000. I see you guys seeing, I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. And it never fails. You can't keep doing it to people's people and people go, well, I would rather make 50% than 25%. And what do I got to do to be an executive is do 90 points? Yeah. What if they choose director at 70? What if they choose builder at 40? So my deal is listen, if you don't do 40, you won't carry over your binary value of people that I'm putting underneath you. Oh, okay. It's 60-day money back guarantee. Yeah. All right. I'll try these products. As soon as that person tries those products and makes that order, I now get to give a call to the person above them. And I say to them, hey, listen, did you see that John just bought some volume? I got an email that John bought some volume. Listen, you're going to get paid 25%, and the other 25% is going to go to people that you don't know. But if you become a director, a builder director, or an executive before Thursday night, Pacific time, at midnight, you're going to pick up that extra percentage. Are you telling me if I buy product, I'm going to make more money off the people that are already in my group? That's exactly what I'm saying. That's how you get a free person to upgrade. Did that make sense to anybody? So give them a reason to upgrade. Don't close them just to close them, because then they'll think that's the way they're supposed to do the business. Close somebody. No, give them a reason why. If you guys have heard my story, that's what my mentor did to me. I don't have any money. Don't worry about money right now. The first company I was in, you guys, is a company called NSA. It's now called Juice Plus. Do you know it costs $52 just to be an affiliate? And it's an annual membership fee. I was going like, man, these guys didn't change at all. get paid $52 a month. $52 a year just to be an affiliate. It's nuts. So I hope that helped you. So Craig, we handled both of them.
Yes, we did. And wow, what an amazing AMA. And that's why it's called AMA, Amazing with Robert Hollis. Wow, Robert, bless you. Thank you for taking all of our questions, for sharing so much. Everybody, please watch this replay again. OMG. Literally, OMG. This was an amazing Ask Me Anything. I want to thank John Teer, Bill Shoemaker, Kai Au, Pat Dreyer, Faith Castillo, and James Saunders for submitting questions. And of course, I have to give props to Matt Hollis. Matthew, bless you. Thank you so, so much for helping to be our foundation here on Ask Me Anything and to help Robert all the way through. And Robert, bless you. Thank you so much. So appreciate you. Now, for those of you that are watching on Facebook, and Zoom, we posted a lot of things here. There's a lot of information, a lot of links. Go ahead, if you're watching on Facebook, scroll through all of the chat. You'll find everything there that Robert mentioned. For those of you that are watching here on Zoom, it's very easy to do. Just click on the three dots next to the to button where the chat is here in Zoom. And then click on Save Chat. The information is going to download to your computer once we have finished this chat or this Zoom broadcast. So, Robert, bless you. Thank you again. And we're going to go ahead and open up the microphone so that everybody can say goodbye. Be good to yourself. Be cash. Have a great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone. Love and appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Love you, Robert.
Have a good night.
Hey, guys.
Thank you
Love
so
you
much,
guys.
Robert.
Matthew,
Greg.
Thank you.
Thanks, Robert.
Appreciate
Have a
you.
great weekend.
Thank you all very much.
Thanks,
Goodbye.
Craig. Thanks, Matt.
Thank you.
God bless you guys. Bye-bye.